Everyone talks about Iran's problems, sanctions, pressures, and uncertainty. But almost no one talks about something far more important: Iran's potential. Because if you look closely and not through headlines and politics, you'll realize something surprising. Iran has everything it needs to become one of the most powerful and most influential countries of the future. And today, I'll tell you why. Here is the real question. If Iran is so isolated, how does it still produce so many scientists, engineers, artists, filmmakers, entrepreneurs, and thinkers in such high level? Why do Iranians succeed wherever they go? The answer is very simple. The potential was always there. Let's just start with something most people get wrong. Iran's greatest resource is not its oil, it's its people. Iran has one of the most educated populations in the world. Iranians grew up learning how to adapt, how to improvise, and how to survive difficult systems. That creates something rare: resilient intelligence. And resilience always wins in the long run. Here is something fascinating. Iranian engineers help build Silicon Valley. Iranian doctors work in top hospitals worldwide. Iranian artists shape global culture, not because they were lucky, but because their education trained them to think deeply. Now imagine what happens when that potential and that energy fully unlocks inside the country. That's not a small future. That's a powerful one. Let's talk geography. Iran sits at the center of Asia, Middle East, Europe, and Caucasus. It connects east to west, north to south, trade to energy, and culture to culture. Few countries on earth have this potential. That means Iran is not just a country, it's a bridge. And bridges always matter, economically, culturally, and politically. Countries rise and fall, civilizations endure. Iran has 7,000 plus years of history, one of the oldest continuous cultures. Deep philosophy, poetry, architecture, strong sense of identity. Empires disappeared, borders changed, but Iranian culture survived everything. That tells you something. This is where the future really begins. Iran's youth today are highly educated, globally connected, technologically fluent, and culturally confident. They think differently, communicate differently, and they dream differently. They want growth, stability, opportunity, and connection with the world. And unlike the past generations, they know what's possible. And that awareness alone changes everything. Here is something people underestimate. Iranian people are extremely adaptable. They have learned to build businesses under pressure, create art with limitations, and innovate with fewer resources. History shows us something very clear. The nations that survive hardship often rise the strongest afterward. Pressure doesn't always destroy, sometimes it sharpens. If conditions align, Iran has the potential to become a major tech hub, a cultural powerhouse, a regional trade center, a tourism giant, or a creative capital of the Middle East. Think about it. Ancient cities, beautiful landscape, deep culture, young population, and strategic location. Very few countries have all of this at once. Here is the part statistics don't show. Iranians love their country deeply. Not blindly loyal, but emotionally. They criticize it, they argue about it, they complain about it, but they don't abandon it. That emotional connection, that sense of belonging, is the foundation of any great future. The future of Iran won't arrive loudly. It won't arrive in one moment. It won't be announced on the news. It's already happening quietly. In small businesses, in online creators, in art and film, in education, and in the ways of thinking. History always changes slowly, until suddenly it doesn't. Iran is strategically rich. I mean, yes, Iran has oil, but it's just the surface. Iran also has massive solar potential, wind corridors, rare minerals, fertile agricultural zones, and one of the world's largest natural gas reserves. Iran could easily become a renewable energy leader, a food exporter, or a clean energy innovator. The land itself is an advantage if used wisely. Let's also talk about culture and art, Iran's soft power. This is where Iran quietly dominates. Iran's culture is ancient, emotional, philosophical, and deeply human. Music, cinema, poetry, architecture, food. Iranian culture resonates globally. Directors like Abbas Kiarostami, Asghar Farhadi, poets like Hafiz, Rumi, these aren't just cultural figures, they're a global influence. Soft power shapes perception, and Iran has centuries of it. Iran also has diaspora effect. Millions of Iranians live abroad. There are CEOs, doctors, engineers, professors, and founders. And here's the key point. They still care about Iran. Iran is not a lost country. It's a waiting one, waiting for its moment, waiting for its potential to breathe, and waiting for its people to shine fully. And when that moment comes, the world will realize something very powerful. Iran was never behind. It was just preparing. I want to ask you one question, and I really want you to think about it before answering. If all of this potential already exists, the people, the culture, the resources, then what do you think is the one thing that Iran really needs to unlock its future? Is it change? Is it time? Is it leadership? Or something else entirely? Now I want you to write it in the comments. I really want to read your opinion. If this video made you think or help you see Iran from a different angle, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm going to make a lot more videos and your support is the only thing that keeps me going. And until next video, take care.